Hi, how are you?
I am good.
That's great to hear. Welcome to the
It's time
podcast.
for. Why are we singing?
Ooh, what? I don't know.
Why aren't we
I
singing? I
don't.
guess
How can I stop from singing?
that is the question.
I don't know.
How was your weekend?
Oh God, my weekend. I actually had like guests over. Um, which is
Gasp.
not.
Riley don't let nobody in his house.
I hate people at my fucking house. But like I had like two different people in my
Ooh,
house in like the same day. Um, two of my old coworkers. Well, one of them currently still works with me.
slay. The same day,
Yeah.
the same time.
No, not at the same time.
Oh,
Um,
work. They don't fool with each other.
no, they're siblings.
Oh,
Yeah.
womp. Okay, that's cool. I'm proud of you. That's actually crazy.
It was a lot. And
Why did you do that?
because I was just feeling social. And then the day after that, which was like last night, aka this morning, I was up until like 5 a.m. drinking and watching things. Oh my god. With the second guest I had, I watched Showgirls for the first time ever.
I've never seen it.
Baby.
We gotta get into. I gotta get into it.
It's
The only thing I know about it is that it's iconic, and also that Ariana Grande and Liz Gillies did like a parody of it.
fucking crazy. That movie is fucking crazy. We watched it. I believe we watched it on Tubi.
Work. Everybody got Tubi.
Yeah, no, Tubi's the new Hulu. Let's clock that T.
Honestly, shout out to Tubi because Hulu's kind of a chop. Abbott Elementary is paying their bills.
I'm hollering.
That's all
Yeah,
I gotta
no,
say.
Hulu, because Hulu was free. And then they got Hulu originals
Really.
now, and then they starting to get Hulu was free at first.
I remember it. I used to watch it on my Nook.
Come on, Nook. Oh my god, the Kindle era.
The Kindle Nook. Bitch, I have a
Girl.
Kindle right now. What do you mean?
Baby, when I had I don't have a Kindle anymore, but when I had a Kindle Fire, ooh,
Sickening.
baby,
Sickening.
you can tell
Sickening.
me nothing.
But no, that's sickening. I mean, yay for being social. I will watch Showgirls at some point. Maybe I'll do it today. I also need to watch that new Anne Hathaway movie with Nicholas Galatine, The Idea of You, because I'm an Anne Hathaway stan. Like, she is my favorite actress, period.
Period.
Did you know that?
No.
Like, I'll just say at least my favorite white actress.
Okay. Period. I don't know.
I got a little excited, but my favorite black actress? I don't really know. Maybe like Angela Bassett.
I would say, girl, I gotta say Angela Basket. Why I say Angela Basket? Drag queen name Angela Basket.
Angela's Basket. That's good. That is really funny.
But let's get into this episode, okay? I have a diva that I want to talk about that is popping off right now, that should have been popping off. She is doing it. Miss Tinashe. Okay, honey. Miss Tinashe.
She's asking the questions that need to be asked. Is somebody gonna match my freak?
And who?
Is somebody gonna match my freak?
Like Einstein could never. Even that thought never crossed his brain. He was too worried about light and shit. He wasn't even worried about somebody matching his freak, okay? That wasn't even on his radar.
Like at all. I think like the greatest minds of our generations haven't come up with a question more profound.
Honestly, I believe that.
She really just kind of ate. Like, is somebody gonna match my freak? Because at this point, I'm tired.
And for some reason, I don't know why I feel like I'm seeing hate on that song, and I'm like, girl, you literally need to.
Where?
On my timeline.
My timeline know better. Let me tell you something. One thing about my timeline, I do not see the shit I do not need to see, because everybody on my timeline is giving challengers, and I've been a nasty girl, nasty. I've been a nasty girl. Like literally those two things.
That's all she needed. That right there. That's all she needed. No, first of all, she has actually several of those. If we want to get into it, if
We
you
have to.
want to
It's even
get
debrief.
into the discography, Tinashe has so many hits, like
Yeah.
so many earworms, so many insane choruses. I personally like became an official Tinashe, like I guess you could call it a Tinashe stand. I don't know what they're called.
They're called sweet teas, but I think that they should be called something else.
Yeah, that never crossed my radar. So I'm a Tinashe stan. But when she released songs for you, I think it was like a couple songs that had like crossed my radar before. I was like listen to the song with the Janet Jackson sample.
Hmm.
Um but like songs for you and so that came out. That was like the first Tinashe thing I listened to like in full, and I was like,
Me too.
oh, I went back, went die a little bit. One of my favorite Tinashe
Let
songs.
me tell you something. Because no, we had the same Tinashe trajectory. Because first of all, let's actually go back to the beginning. Let's not erase history. Because I love to get two on, and I know you like to get
Oh
two.
my god, how could I forget? Because the drink be too strong.
Song of a generation, actually. That's Black excellence. That's Black history, and quite frankly, changed everyone's lives. I think I can speak for that.
All hands on deck, and the fact, oh my god, the fact that that's on the same album.
I have to mention this because he's looking at me. Um, Tinashe is Davy, my cat's favorite artist. If you know me, that you know this lore, so apologies for you having to listen to this again. But both of Davy's birthday parties have been Tinashe themed, and it is actually really funny. Like, I'm not just saying that. Like, I didn't just decide that when I first got Davy. Like, we were playing Pasadena because I think either 333 had just come out or it was about to come out. But
Baby,
either way, Pasadena was on
333.
repeat. Yeah, Pasadena was on repeat in my house, and there was a video that I have of Davey where literally he did not move his face, like he was like the entire time, and then it just so happened like every time we would play Tinashe, he would just like stop what he was doing and like listen and like watch, and to this day. You know how crazy Davey is. To this day, the only thing that actually calms him down is playing Tinashe. It is very weird. And I recently tweeted that, and she liked the tweet. So I just got to get her to see the pictures of the birthday because I go all out. But anywho, I just had to mention that because Tinashe is like Davy's real mother. But there must be like some sort of like frequency in her music that like calms cats down because it's really weird. Like Davy will be bouncing off the walls, but the moment I put a Tinashe song on, it's done. Even he knows because Davy doesn't like all the girls. We can get into it. Davy hates Rihanna. I don't know why. He hasn't really explained it to me. I can only assume it's because of the album that is never going to be released. But he hates Rihanna. Like it's on site for him. Like I have a poster of Rihanna that like I had to take off my wall because he would cloud it every night. So Davey, I'm just saying, Davey is just not. He's not biased. Like or he's not unbiased. Like Davey literally has his faves. He hates Slater. I think he's okay with Charlie, but I don't really know. Anyway, back to Tinashe. So songs for you. I that probably will always be my favorite Tinashe album just because of how excellent it is. And the cover, like, don't even get me started. But 333, close second. X marks the spot. Is it C, can you find it? Or look, can you find it? What are the
I don't know
words?
what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I know I be bumping that shit. That's all I gotta hear is do 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 do, and this is done. That's
Boom,
the whole
boom,
song is gonna
boom.
play. Hey, Mike. Like
Ah!
the
Yeah.
fact that she's gone through so much bullshit with the label, like given the fact that her music was so good, and like now that she's doing her own thing and releasing shit independently, and like like paying for amazing music videos, like I don't know, like she doing the work, like she's going off.
It is true that Ariana Grande was supposed to be on X. Okay. Did you know this?
Did not know this.
So Tinashe gave an interview where like she had reached out to Ariana to be on X at the time, and Ariana was like, "Oh my god, I love the song, would love to be on it, just don't know when I can record it." And I think there was like they had probably like tried to like coordinate it, but then like this was the year that Ariana Grande was getting married, and so she was like about to get married, and then she wasn't about to work for like the rest of the year, and so like it just timing wise
To
like didn't
who?
work out. To her ex husband, Dalton Gomez. You didn't know this?
I I knew that she had a husband that I didn't know who they were.
He's not famous,
Oh,
and he
not
still
famous to
isn't.
me. Yeah,
And I don't want to
I didn't know.
necessarily shade him because she told not everyone. She told the people not to shade him, but I am going to shade him in this one instance because she got married to him. She wasn't on X, and I'm kind of mad. Like she needed to be on X. Like trap Ariana in her bag, Ariana plus Tinashe. Please,
Baby, but
please,
we need babyface Ariana again.
and get into that. Clock that tea.
Where
Clock
where
that
is
tea.
that? Where
When we
is
get to when
that?
we have an Ariana Grande debrief, don't. I could literally write a 10-page essay on that woman. So Tinashe, get into her nasty song of the summer. I mean, you asked where the songs of the summer were. They're here.
There's not a better argument for a song, honestly. To me, okay is okay. Um,
Espresso, she's on the list for sure. And
she's on
like,
the list, but I've been a nasty girl, and I need somebody that's gonna match my freak. Like I can't. I mean, I can't relate to desperation, but I need somebody to match my freak. Like
right.
that's
And I am working late because I'm a singer. But is somebody gonna match my freak? I think she would agree. But Tinashe, like, if you're not into Tinashe, you're late. And I was kind of late. Like I was late for a while. It took me until like I would say like 4 years ago, where I was like, oh no, she's taking it, and that's okay. Like most majority of America and the world, um, actually not the world, because Korea, that's their mother. Them K-pop girls, they have chewed off Tinashe time and time and time again. I've seen it with my own eyes. But no, Tinashe was the butt of a joke. Is that the butt of a joke? Like for a really long time.
because I believe there was some sort of thing with Chris Brown when she was signed to RCA where she was like, I didn't want him on my song, and then Chris Brown got everybody to like make fun of. I feel like I remember that happening.
I remember that happening too, but I don't think that was necessarily. I think the downfall was really her label because the Joyride, Night Ride situation. Um, yeah, if we got into that, we'd be here for a while. But just look into it. It's unfortunate, but ever since she parted with RCA, and I'm pretty sure she's independent. Yeah, yeah, so she's taking it. Get into her because BB Angel. I did go to the BB Angel tour. There was oh my god, was like a running theme in my life where like Tinashe would keep coming to New York and like I would keep missing her because like I was like booked already, and like I bought a ticket to the 333 show. And then Erica Badu was like, "Oh, actually, I'm going on tour," and so I was like, "I actually need to go to this show a little bit more." No shade to Tinashe. And then
Screaming.
I did.
It's not
Um,
it's not like Erica Badu got no new music out. Like
I know, but I'd never seen her, and I was like, "This is like a
that's
bucket list thing." I'm sure Tinashe will tour again, and I was right. But unfortunately, right after that, Erica Badu also went back on tour, so I was like, "Okay," but it's okay. I saw her for the BB Angel, BB Angel, whatever, part one, because apparently it's like there's more. And it was amazing, and I was like, I will never miss her again. I do need her to get out of Terminal 5 because that's the worst fucking venue, one of the worst venues in New York. But I would do it again for Tinashe. But also, I need y'all to stream Nasty so we can get my girl at the hood. Okay, I need her in, quite frankly, Madison Square Garden. But I mean, I'll shoot low and say Radio City Music Hall, because I'm over it. That's Tinashe.
so now we're going to get into the titular section of the program. 6 songs for, and this episode is Juneteenth.
Juneteenth.
Period.
Yeah. Oop, wasn't even trying to do that, but
I'm
shout
screaming.
out to all the blacks in the world.
Juneteenth is actually like as a concept is like a very fucked up thing. Like it is crazy that is just like real American history.
I wonder if other slave communities of slaves that have been freed, do they have names for their day of freedom? I don't know, truly. So if they do, drop them in the chat or the comments. So, because shout out to them. But let's get back to the Black American slaves. Um, I yeah, I didn't know about Juneteenth until a couple years ago.
What?
Yeah, that's true. I probably, truthfully, did I probably learn about it? Probably. Um, but also maybe not.
Okay, for anybody who doesn't know what Juneteenth is, what is Juneteenth?
Juneteenth is the basically the anniversary of the day where all of the slaves were freed because whenever
It was specifically in Texas, I believe. Yes, so I think that the Emancipation Proclamation had been signed. It's just that in a specific part of what I believe is Texas, um, they just did not tell them. They just didn't tell them.
and what's crazy is like thinking about it, it's like yeah, there wasn't the internet. Like how else were they gonna know? They have to just wait for
Yeah,
them
like
to tell.
that is insane. And like so basically until like the mid I think it was like the 50s, like the 50s or 60s, I think, a whole group of people not aware that they were
Legally freed.
legally free, but still like the concept of like slavery is not something that is slavery still hasn't been abolished. It's still something that's very much happening. But it's so crazy to think that there's a world where I don't know. Slavery is so crazy to think about.
And what's crazy to me is like it's not because when I was growing up, I mean, like as a child, we're from the South, so I think we talk about slavery a lot, and we're black, so whatever. But it was crazy to me because I always thought it only happened to black people as a child. Like I was just kind of like, so why the fuck are they mad at us? Like what the fuck did we do? But then I got older and learned that no, slavery has just like been a thing that bitches been doing.
Not slave, not all slavery was like the same like American slavery, but the concept of taking other people captive and forcing them to do things is not a new concept now.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the
Right,
general concept. Because I'm
right.
like, listen, I like when people do things for me, but not enough to enslave them. Like that's a lot. Like how fucking like do we have that many twisted and crazy people that would have slaves? Like I don't know. It's just crazy to me that like white people are that wicked. Like
Yeah, when it comes to the songs that I chose like super. I was thinking like about all of the harms and like the bullshit of slavery, and I was like, I'm gonna choose like positive, what I think are like the most affirming black songs that have ever been sort of created. Because I'm
oh okay.
like,
Okay.
the fact that that shit even happened is crazy. So my first song that I chose is Optimistic by Sounds of Blackness, because not only is that one of the greatest songs ever created, but I do think that there is an era of music that is bygone that was super positive and super, you know what I'm saying, super uplifting. And I think that's this song always makes me feel good when I hear it. The lyrics, always, you know what I'm saying, the song always hits home. So I chose this song because I'm like,
I don't know this song and I'm really embarrassed actually. And I didn't
that's
think about
not true. That's not true. You know the song.
how does it
And
go?
then we all get out again. It never seems you never win. The thing you're
Oh,
down, but you're not out. As long as you keep. Yeah, you know this damn song, girl. Please don't play. Oh,
wait, what is it called again?
it's called "Optimistic" by Sounds of Blackness.
Okay, one second.
And then doing research into this song, finding out that Jimmy Jam, and Terry Lewis produced this. So Jam and Lewis, like who produced fucking everything, produced this song, and I'm like, why wouldn't they have produced this? Like,
Wait, I'm gonna play it. Hold on. Oh yeah,
you know the song.
yeah. I haven't heard this song in a minute.
That's my first song. So,
Sickening, no?
and I love that it was produced by those two because they produced most of Janet Jackson's hits. The SOS band, if you're familiar with them, like it's so crazy to think about their musical legacy and the impact that that song has. I think is very positive. So that's my first song.
I'm glad that you went about it that way. I went about it more so for this first song, I guess, kind of literal, because like when I think of Juneteenth, one of the first things I think of is the song that Beyonce dropped for Juneteenth called Black Parade. And
Work. Okay. I forgot she dropped that for Juneteenth. No, that's a great song. I love that song.
me too. And so does the Recording Academy, Grammy Award winning.
The song I have title, so I have like the extended version. I listen to the extended version, which opens with just the horns, and
Yeah,
like the fact that like this was in the era where she was doing Homecoming, where she had like all of that live horns, like nothing. There's nothing blacker to me than a good horn section, like a good band will always do it. So
a good
like
blend is
the
very
production of
black.
that song is so crazy, and if you haven't heard the extended version, I think you should listen to it. It's great.
I only listen to the extended version.
Period. Okay.
Um,
Period.
I think songs should be as long as they need to be, and that song needs to be that long. And
Exactly.
all the proceeds for this song went to her Be Good Black Business Impact Fund, which supports black owned small businesses in need. And the fund, as of December 2020, the fund had given 715 grants to black owned small businesses amounting to $7.15 million. But as we know, that uh, song came out like 4 years ago. So I don't know if they're still donating money, but either way, period.
I'm still streaming it, so I hope they.
I hope they are, bitch, because I'm
I
paying
hope
them
they are
bitches
good.
bills. Because it
Period.
never left the rotation.
Yeah, Black Parade's a great song.
And then my thing is this: it's the way she sounds when she says, "Honey, go around my way, around my," like it's one word.
Yeah,
One word.
it's amazing.
Whenever mama says, or and it's like my thing is this: people really like to play like Beyonce ain't black and or hasn't been black. That bitch is country as fuck. She's been country as fuck. Like I know the whole like been country website, whatever. What is that? I don't know. I think that the tour is probably called Big Ben Country, but we won't even talk about that. I think that there are so many like I know I have friends that don't like this song, white friends, but it's like obviously, why would you like this song? You don't know what the fuck she's talking about. I got like every single reference in the song because I'm black. And so it's like I like that she has a song that's really truly only for us. Like, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Uncle Magonche, like, please. She says
Is that in the song?
She says Unc on my gold chain or something like that. I like when she
Oh,
says
Ankh on my gold chain. Okay, I thought that was like
Wink.
a different like I thought that was like Swahili or something.
Oh my
Ankh on my gold chain.
god.
I was like, okay.
Please. But no, literally like I love that song. That is actually probably one of my top like 10 Beyonce songs. Like I think it's a career high for sure. I'm also pissed there was never a music video. I think we were robbed of that because of COVID. But also my tea is I think that was supposed to be on Cowboy Carter. If you think about it, it's kind of like the direct precursor for Cowboy Carter.
Black
I'm
Parade.
going back to the South. I'm going back, 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 back. Where my roots ain't watered down, growing like a baba tree. And I was listening to it and I was like, the lyrics of this are kind of like this could have been on Cowboy Carter. Like it could have been.
Yeah, I think it. I think she's. I think definitely she. This is her referencing Cowboy Carter. This is like the sonic equivalent of her smelling a lemon on Instagram before releasing fucking Lemonade or something. Like I think she definitely drops like little hints.
Not necessarily because she was working on this song.
To me, this doesn't sound like it would be on Cowboy Carter.
I think it does
It sounds like
because
it would be on Black is King.
well, it was.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, no, she was working on that and Cowboy Carter at the same time. Remember? Because she said she'd been working on this for 5 years.
Understood. Yeah.
And so I think it's very possible that she was working on Cowboy Carter songs and this song at the same time.
Hmm.
And I was saying that
That's
I
true.
think that this song probably, hopefully, maybe inspired her sound for some of the songs on Cowboy Carter, more so like the ones towards the bottom. But anywho, I fucking love this song. I think she was really smart to release it on Juneteenth, especially during 2020. We all know what was going on. If you don't remember, girl, you couldn't look out your damn house without there being a protest outside. Okay, the bitches were angry. We still are angry. Free everybody. But yeah, she ate that.
She did eat that. My next song, another super positive song. This is a 7 minute disco-fied kind of funky song, and it's called "Ain't No Stopping Us Now" by McFadden and Whitehead.
I know that's right.
If you know the song,
I think so. Ain't no
right?
stopping us now.
Very that.
Hey. Well,
Exactly.
yes.
So, like, the story behind that song, as I understand it, is I think that the two guys who wrote that song were like writers for, I think, a famous music producer in Philadelphia. I don't know which one, so I'm not gonna say his name, but like I think they were like working either for a label or for a specific producer, and they were feeling super like locked in. So this was basically their first song after being sort of emancipated from, whatever this that whatever they felt like they were going through, that was tension with the label. And it's a super positive song. It's about like literally the lyrics are like, keep going, don't stop, blah 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 blah. And like I said, I love disco songs. I love songs that you can dance to. You can dance to Optimistic.
I love 7 minute songs.
And it's literally 7 minutes of just, you know positivity. I love it.
Yeah. I really like that you went the positive route. I think I didn't even think about that. But I was more so thinking like, well, first it's about the song. I think a lot of these songs I haven't heard in a really long time, and I'm like, I can't wait to listen to this after this. But I like how like self-referential songs used to be. Like if a bitch was beefing with a bitch at the club at that wedding, they was finna talk about it on the fucking song. Like I feel like now, because of legalities and social media and whatever, sometimes I can understand as an artist, it's not worth being that like transparent or like everybody knows what you're talking about in your songs, because like that will just become the narrative and no one will focus on the music. But like I kind of miss when like something would happen in someone's life and then they would like directly talk about it, as opposed to like dancing around it and like being like, well, I don't know, it could be about anything. Like I kind of miss bitches standing on business and being like, no, this nigga fucked me over, so here's a song about ain't no stopping us now.
Period.
Like I don't know, like I just kind of miss, maybe it's happening and maybe I'm just not thinking of it in this moment, but like my direct, what I was kind of thinking of was like Ariana Grande, like her whole scandal, and then she wrote this album, that Eternal Sunshine, which I love. But like even with this album, like the lyrics suggest some things and like other things, and like she said, like some of it's made up and like it's some of it's not real and some of it's real. Like I kind of just wish it was just like, here's what happened and that's it. But I understand artistic direction, creativity, whatever. It's fine. But that's just an example. But I love this song choice.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And I'm sure that's how the slaves felt.
No, literally, like, girl, there's no stopping us now.
Yeah. Well, there was, but in
There
that
was,
moment.
but you know what I'm saying. You're trying to stay positive about the situation because slavery is sad and Juneteenth is a celebratory holiday.
Yeah. Um so for my next song, I thought more so like post Juneteenth, like post the actual day that it happened. You know, we are off work, the girls have the cookout, we're drinking, we're smoking, we're having fun, we're kikiing, we're playing games. And so I was like, okay, so like what song would I want to hear at a cookout? And that song is Honey by Mariah Carey, explicitly the So So Def version. That is my favorite version of that song. And I actually think it is the best version of that song. And I'm okay to stand on business for that. Because how did you get happy when you want me? Ah, ah, how did you get happy when you want me? Ay, ay, ay. Like,
I love this song choice for Juneteenth too. A
literally.
song about nut.
Because the bitches were free to nut whenever and whoever they want. Well, kind of, but they should be.
Right, right. No, totally.
I'm just
But like
saying,
summer cookout vibes, that song does give very summer cookout vibes. I
right?
get it.
And I listen to it and I'm like, this is like, sometimes I get mad at Mariah because I'm like, you will have a great song that's a fucking B-side on a fucking remix album. Like, bitch, what the fuck? Bitches don't even know this song, and it pisses me off because I'm like, this is the best version of that song. In my opinion. But first of all, I love when a bitch talks on a track, and Mariah loves to do that because it starts, and it's do 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 do,
Yes, I do know.
and then well, actually, the beginning is, well, if Jermaine likes it, then I like it. Like, please, please. There is something about that song that just gets me going. Like, I love that fucking song. And also I think Jermaine Dupri, Debrat, and Mariah should all do a Watch the Throne. Yeah. I
Hey,
think that's
Jermaine Dupri and Mariah, they're a good combo.
yeah. Honey So Deaf. Lambs, chime in. Is this your favorite version of the song? And if it isn't, why not? Is this your favorite? Is this your favorite version of the song? What's your favorite version of Honey?
I'm not gonna lie. I love the original.
Mm. And that's fine. There's no bad answer. It's just like
There is no bad answer, but
I should honestly make my own butterfly playlist.
there's one version that just has the sample that's in the original version and less drums. I forgot what the actual name of it is, but just like the
Mm.
Treacherous 3 sample, which carries it to me. So like I just
Well,
love it.
yes. That's fair. And I think I'm saying like this is my favorite above classic mix and the original and that version you're talking about and the Bad Boy remix. Oop, anyway, like I'm saying this above I'm saying this above everything. Like this is my definitive favorite version of the song and probably always will be. And that is to say I love literally all the other ones. Like I love them, but it dawned on me like probably sometime last year. I was like, why am I listening to this song on repeat? Because it's so fucking good. And if you have not heard it, I implore you, please, please listen to it after this episode. Like, if you think you've heard Honey, you have not heard it like this. She completely like rewrites the melody. She has I don't think the words are different this time, but the ending is different. The brat is on it, Jermaine Dupri, like, it's just perfection. It's fucking that is black excellence. And that is why it's perfect for this episode.
Okay, well, my third song is once again a lot of the songs. Like I said, I was a bygone era of music that was just about positivity. I'm not there. There is the whole theory that there's an active there was an active push to make black music consciously negative for a while,
Mm,
and I do think that is
that's probably true.
I do think that, like, historically, it has to be true, right? Or at least, like, the positive shit was not getting the same sort of like, honestly, the only black music I can think that was sort of positive throughout, like, past the '90s or whatever, like the gangster rap boom or whatever, is like dance music, like house music, which incorporated a lot of like the
Yeah.
'70s gospel sound that still echoes of like a bygone era. So um, from this era, Earth, Wind, and Fire were cooking with grease. They have several songs I could have chosen because Earth, Wind, and Fire is.
You want to talk about hits?
They have so many hits. It's crazy. It's
It's crazy.
crazy. But the one I chose, I almost chose "Keep Your Head to the Sky," but I'm like, optimistic. The chorus is "Keep Your Head to the Sky," so I chose "Shining Star" by Earth, Wind, and Fire.
And you know what? You know who else was gagged? Whoever did the music synchronization for Mulan.
It is in this moment that Kiara tries to convince Reilee of a false memory. And if Disney is listening, please don't sue us.
Do you remember they put Shining Star at the very end of Mulan?
I did not know that.
Baby.
What?
Shining Star for you to see what your life can
What your life
truly
can
be.
truly
Because
be.
Musha was black
Yes.
as hell. And
That's
I don't
funny as
know
fuck. Wait. Oh my God. I did not know
why
that
was
that
that.
song was in the Mulan.
Yes. Why was that the first thing I thought of? Don't know.
No,
But
I
probably the
love
first time I
that.
heard that song. It's probably the first. I mean, I was a kid. Like, yeah. But girl,
Me,
that
I
song
was
was
just
heaven.
like a nerd listening to Earth, Wind and Fire, and like I just this is the song. This is the album with Reasons, which is like one of the most famous Earth, Wind and Fire songs. So I listened to this album. It's the first one on this album, and it's like,
It's sickening.
bitch, you're a shining star no matter who the fuck you are, bitch. Like shining bright to see what you can truly be.
September on this album?
September is actually only on like a hits compilation of
Okay. That is
yeah.
why
So
I thought that. Because I have that vinyl, the hits compilation. But
yes.
I always like growing up, like I thought that that was just an album. But then I realized
Yeah.
like no, it's not. And so it's like funny because it's literally just like a song they put on just like
Yeah, to my understanding, that's yeah. And I'm like, girl, to have your biggest hit be
on your
the
biggest hit.
extra song that you make on your greatest hits album, like that's so iconic. That's
No,
so
Earth, Wind& and
iconic.
Fire, they will, I mean, talk about faves. I mean, like, they started everything for me.
Undefeated. Like there is an Earth, Wind and Fire song for everybody. And like even if you get past like the funk that they do, they have some of the best ballads that you'll ever hear. They got some like the best rocky shit that you'll ever hear. Like they go crazy.
Hits long. Hits long.
Absolutely.
Also, I think I have faces as well. I'm not even going to get into September really, but I just wanted to say that, like, it's so unfortunate that one of them passed away. That's all I'm going to say.
I believe it was Maurice who is
Fire.
the band leader
Okay.
and the drummer. Yeah, no.
It's like when I learned that, I was very sad. Like I learned that like high school. I just assumed they were all alive because they were still touring, and I was like, work. Let's bring that back. Like let's bring back black groups that make music that good again.
Yeah, but I also feel like part of what drove the passion of them making music that was that good is that they had passion for what they were talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like they were
Hmm.
trying to actually, you know what I'm saying,
Hmm.
spread light and shit in the world. And I think that like so many
Yeah.
of their songs are spiritually focused or um somehow trying to get you to be your greater self. And that's something that I always appreciate. And then even if it wasn't substance, even if they was just talking about, you know, red fish, blue fish or whatever, like the music itself, it
Sickening.
stands the test of time. Like that is some of the most well arranged, best produced music you will ever find on the planet. So Earth, Wind and
Yeah.
Fire, shout out to y'all.
Yeah. Shout out to y'all. Like y'all really kind of started everything. Like for me, like my favorite type of music is like 70s music and 70s inspired music. That is an incredible song. Like Shining Star. First of all, you're a shining star. Like no matter who you are. They said no matter who you are, they kind of lied, but they said we're gonna be nice.
Absolutely.
Shining bright to see
But
who you can truly be. Like the thing about it is,
also, the people that were listening to the song were the people that needed to hear it.
period. Who really music hearers.
Come on now.
I also think that like I was actually thinking about this the other day when we were talking about the Black Eyed Peas. I don't feel like people are making music that have like universal positive messages anymore. I mean universal positive messages in the sense that like, oh Joe on country bump fuck whatever is going to jam to the song. You know what I mean? Like I feel like people it's about get money fuck bitches this that or I don't give a fuck. I'm sickening. I'm cute. Whatever. Me. But it's like where is the community?
Where's us? Absolutely.
Like what about
That's
me?
so real.
And so it's just refreshing when you can go back to Earth, Wind, and Fire's discography and feel like happy, honestly. Like it just is very feel good music, but you have to watch Mulan.
I will have to watch Mulan and catch Shining Star at the end of it. That's hilarious that that's in that. I did not know that.
I know. It's actually like insane. Like why did I think that? Okay. So my last song is again pretty literal. But ever so um relevant. And that song is All Right by Kendrick Lamar. And I wanted to bring this up actually because, you know, obviously Kendrick Lamar is black. He also gave us another song of the summer, Not Like Us.
Whoa, the craziest addition to the song of the summer docket.
Literally. Because we're not making a song of the summer episode. So get it. Yeah. Anyways,
Get into it.
basically, you know, it kind of really annoys me that like if you go to a Kendrick Lamar concert, it'll be the whitest place you'll ever be. And I've been to one, so I can say that for sure. Um, and also like I remember in high school, like there were a lot of white boys I knew that went to his concert, and I was so confused because that was the first time I was like, wait, what? Because I obviously assumed that his main audience was black people, which I do think a large part of it is, but black people cannot afford concert tickets like white people can, and so overwhelmingly it is white people screaming the N-word. And I think that's something that, like, you know, I think he has addressed it. Like, I think he has been like, don't say nigga if you're not black, whatever, whatever, whatever. But it's like,
That has
white
to be a
people.
crazy experience as a black artist to like make music that's about you and like have white people screaming it back at you word for word, and it's like, well, I still got to perform for this shit. Like, I don't know, that has to be a crazy ass feeling.
I agree. And I'm sure it makes them feel like a sellout, even if they're not. But what I was going to say was that my read is really for the white people. I'm like, are you not embarrassed? Because, like, I did go to this concert with a white person, and I was kind of like annoyed. Like, I was just kind of like, you know, what do you actually know about these songs? Like, when I'm saying all my life I has to fight, do you even know what that's from? You know, the answer is probably no. For that person, but
Likely.
and for most of the people in that fucking crowd, if you ask someone at that concert when Kendrick Lamar says "All my life I had to fight," where did that come from? They would probably be like, "What do you mean? Did he not say that himself?" No, he did not. But anyways, I just think it's bizarre to me, like especially like with Damn and To Pimp a Butterfly. I'm like, and I mean, first of all of his albums are black as fuck, but like specifically To Pimp a Butterfly, like white people, um, did you not listen to the songs? Because he clearly doesn't like y'all. Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like they just kind of glossed over his distaste for white people and white shenanigans and just said, no, the beat's fire, so I'm gonna go. It kind of pisses me off. But anyway, we gonna be all right. And I think that this song is actually probably the most fitting for this episode of my choices because, I mean, it's very self-explanatory. Like, the slaves are freed.
And this also gives very black Juneteenth summer cookout vibe also.
Yeah, like I'm sure this is
Absolutely.
on the Juneteenth Apple Music playlist. Like, I kind of felt remiss not to mention it. Actually, like I was just like, it has to be talked about because I think this is his Juneteenth song, basically. Oh no, we been down before, nigga. Like where did we go?
Did you see Fred again make that unnecessary fucking remix of Not Like Us, and all the white people were like dancing to it, and I'm like, we're talking about y'all. Like,
Literally, like that's exactly what I'm saying. I have not heard that, but that is
y'all are
exactly.
not like us. And my thing is, I like Fred again. I like his music, but like, I'm like, girl, yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
girl.
And that's what I'm saying. Like Kendrick Lamar's white fan base, like, why are you as a white person a Kendrick Lamar fan? Like, that's what's confusing to me. Because especially, like, Untitled, his whole Untitled album, like, my dad played that fucking album out, okay?
But you'd be surprised at like how much white people listen to just rap. Like how
Oh,
many
I'm
white
not
people.
surprised. I know many of them. It's actually insane to me. It's so weird.
I'm
And
like,
it's like,
what happened to y'all like in Fall Out Boy? What happened to that?
what? When are the bitches gonna be white again? Like, I'm kind of over it. Like, I know I'm the one bitch who will, if you ate cultural appropriation, I'm gonna give you your 10. But at the same time, it's so over. It's late. Like, be white again. But also, I'm like, when you sing King Kunta, did you not once think, who is King Kunta? And then you went to Google and you looked it up and you said, oh. And it's like, no, they didn't. And that's what's crazy to me. Like, I don't understand. And like, I'm okay with giving white people this lashing. Ooh, I shouldn't have said lashing. But I'm okay with giving white people this read because, first of all, it's the Juneteenth episode. Two, because what? I need a white person who listens to Kendrick Lamar and other rappers, but specifically Kendrick Lamar, and likes his music to comment and say why. Because it's like most of his music is about Black people and like either uplifting Black people, the Black plight, Black struggles, Black experiences, whatever. And it's like, why are you as a white person buying a ticket to this show to see a show where he's talking about y'all? Like,
To
it's
me,
giving.
there are only two valid white rappers.
Okay.
There's Mac Miller and Paul
Period.
Wall. To
Who is
me,
Paul Wall?
what do you?
Oh no, girl, he
Who
is a
is
white
Paul
rapper.
Wall?
He is a white rapper. You think I'm gonna care about him
Okay,
on
Drive
no?
Slow. You know Drive Slow, homie. The Kanye West song.
Wait, yeah, that's him.
What it do? I'm posted up in the parking lot, my trunk waving. But that's Paul Wall.
No, I only know the Drive Slow song.
Okay, do you know sitting sideways like boys in the days? Sitting sideways, boys. Oh my god. Oh my god. Paul Wall, yeah, Paul Wall's a Houston legend. And he's like just a white rapper who just is just a white rapper. It's him and Mac Miller. They're the only two legit ones to me. Everybody
Oh,
else, I'm like, y'all need to get y'all ass on somewhere. That's crazy.
I'm a white rap. Never been my tea. And the gag is, shout out to Mac Miller, but I ain't never really. And this is me showing my ass, but to prove my point, I love Mac Miller, but for me, that was Ariana Grande's boyfriend. No shade.
I'm hollering. No, that's crazy. That's crazy to me because I was like, Mac Miller was like Mac Miller to me, bro. Like growing up, oh my god, I love
And
Mac
I
Miller.
respect him, and honestly, like, truly, like, rest in peace. Like, the things that I know
Rest
about
in
him is
peace.
very. He
I
did this.
love Mac Miller. I love the shit that he did, what he stood for, and all the shit.
And I didn't like when he passed away. I didn't get into his discography because I thought it was gonna make me too sad. Because as an Ariana Grande fan, like when that happened, I was like emotional for her because everyone was blaming her for his death, and it made no sense. And me being an Ariana Grande fan, she had just released Sweetener on my birthday, engaged to Pete Davidson, right? We're all like, what's she doing? But we're gonna support her, whatever. Then Mac Miller dies. Me as an Ariana Grande stan, knowing that's the love of her life, like I was like, whoa. And I was like, to this day, I don't really want to get into him because I think it's gonna make me too sad. Because like the way he died was really sad. All the videos I've seen of him are like super sweet and like he stood for so many good things and like
And
I
he's
just
also
can't.
hilarious. I love funny as fuck.
Yeah. Like, I think it just makes me too sad. And then, like, when Ariana Grande said on Ghostin', like, that's her level of that was her soulmate, and like all these things. Like, I just can't. I'm sorry, it makes me way too sad. But shout out to him, and I wish I had listened to your music before you passed away. But I did listen to his verse on the way. So, and the fact that he's on her debut, well, the North remembers "Put Your Hearts Up." If you know, you know. But her technically like debut single is insane. Anyway, we have strayed from God's light. Going back to Kendrick Lamar. Long story short, I love that song. You know, very Juneteenth. We gonna be all right. Um, but yeah, white people, I need you to explain why you like him so much. I think that's actually a pretty good list. I feel like we covered a lot of the diaspora.
I agree.
Yeah, happy Black. Oh, well, happy Black History Month. Every month is Black History Month.
June is
So,
Black History Month to me because it's Pride Month and I'm black and gay. So
ooh, clock that T. So now we're gonna move into our segment. Are we renaming it?
let's go forward with the rename. Let's do it.
Okay, we're rebranding. Ooh, 2 episodes in or 3 episodes in. Sorry. Now our segment that we're gonna do is queries for queers. We felt this rolled off the tongue a little bit more.
Yeah, cute. I love it.
So, so this week's question, is obviously like kind of Black people Juneteenth themed. And the question is, what is a song that is
Black
popular
themed.
in Black culture community that you think is overplayed?
Oh my god.
There's so many.
If I okay, and this is no disrespect to New Jack Swing. This is no disrespect to that whole sound, but if I hear Poison by Belle Biv DeVoe one more time, I'm going to
That was
like
my
jump off
answer.
a cliff. Yeah,
That was my
okay.
answer.
That's so funny. Like
I
it's
can't.
we're done.
It's
We're done. We're
like I'm
done with
actually
it.
over it.
We've
We get
had
it.
enough.
We get it.
That
Never
girl
touch a
is
big button to smile.
poison.
We get it.
Yeah, we get it. There's something else. Like we could play Guy, we can play anything else that Teddy Riley produced, but I'm saying that song specifically.
That's not even because Belle Biv DeVoe, they have other songs. Like,
They're a whole group.
let's get into that. I actually think this opens up a conversation about how lazy Black DJs can be, like Black older DJs can be, because I think it's like when you go to a Black function where the auntie's gonna be out, the uncle's gonna be at, you are going to hear Poison. You are going to hear Just Fine by Mary J. Blige. You are going to hear, yeah, yeah. That song I do love, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
no.
like,
And I
that's a
also
song
must
that
say they can play just fine. I'm gonna live for that. Honestly, I've kind of had enough of Real Love by Mary J. Blige. That's my truth.
no, because the Mary J. Blige diva debrief, I will never forget in high school when I told you that my mom was obsessed with Mary J. Blige, and you were like, I don't really like her. Cut to us going to see her in the Roots picnic.
And me sitting down for her entering the stage because my feet were hurting so bad.
No, because she was late as fuck. Anyways, love you though.
Well, it's not her fault. Everybody on the red stage was late as fuck. Though no shade. Roots picnic. Let it. That time I went a whole chop. I don't know what Jasmine Sullivan literally was on stage like Philly. Y'all are my hometown. We gonna have to do better with this sound. Like we were literally like that. She was literally like they can't hear me. What's going on? They can't hear my background singers.
Mama, we gonna have to do better, and maybe it is better. We haven't been in a couple years because this year's lineup is actually pretty good. But all I know, you will never see me again.
The lineup I went to that was pretty good too.
It
And
was.
the lineup was great, and some of the performances were great. Duran Bernard gonna eat whatever stage he on.
Period. I had fun at the Kirk Franklin show. Me and Austin.
Yeah, which is crazy because like, didn't he have to like just do it with the piano? Didn't he have a full band and just did the piano in the choir?
Yeah, I had fun, but it was also like nothing was working, and so he couldn't
Yeah,
do
it's
like all the
crazy.
shit. Yeah, no. Anywho,
Oh my gosh! On the subject of the song, and we're talking about Kirk Franklin, a gospel song I don't ever have to fucking hear. Excuse me, a gospel song I don't ever have to hear again is "Every Praise." Oh my god, I'm so tired of that song.
I was
"Take Me to the King" is kind of over. I'm kind of over that.
yes, but also like, yeah, actually, no, I'm there. I'm there because I
I'm
would listen to
over
it.
it.
My mom would listen every morning going to church. I think it's just like we as a people need to update the playlist. You know what I mean? Like, put Tinashe on there.
I'm saying even go on that same albums that you playing this and get different songs from like you know what I'm saying. Just like get cycle through. You know what I'm saying. Belle Biv DeVoe was a whole ass group. I know they got more songs than Poison. I don't know them, but I'm sure they have them. Y'all the ones that's supposed to
Right.
be telling me about them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, bury that. It's like I don't know them either. Maybe I do and just don't know. But I'm like, Or how about this? Let's get into New Edition.
Come on now.
Because Can You Stand the Rain? That song is it's not overplayed, but I love that.
I'll never get tired of that song.
That song is incredible.
That song is beyond timeless to me.
Yeah. And I'm like, they have a couple of songs like that. Cool it now, you got to cool it now.
Ooh, don't stop.
No, Mr. Telephone Man. There's
something wrong with my line. When I dial my baby's number, I get a click every time.
So I'm gonna need my refund to my account. Thank you.
Yeah, I need you to stop playing me.
Candy Girl. Oh my love. Why are we playing Poison?
Yeah, what do you think is the difference between like a song like Poison and songs like that? Like, I don't know. Poison to me, it just represents such a specific time and like a whole genre. Like when you think of New Jack Swing, you think of that song. I think the other songs that are like classics, they aren't necessarily like the representation of the entire genre.
I think it's because, quite frankly, it is literally played at every Black function.
Yeah. I feel like that's like the way that a lot of people hate Single Ladies because they think that it's like the pop song.
Yeah. But that's incorrect.
That's a different argument. I love Single Ladies is technically and musically incredible, but that's a different conversation. But it's like so just because because it sticks out and it's so successful in somebody's brain, like, you know what I'm saying? But
I have an answer.
I'm like, what's the answer?
A Beyonce song I could never hear again. Love on Top. That's my truth. I do not like that song. And yes, if it comes on, I probably will sing it along. It's because, and really, it really is because.
Wow.
The entire doo-wop, shoo-wop, doo-wop, doo-wop of it all, don't really care for. But also,
wow.
I don't want to hear bitches trying to sing this song. I don't want to hear myself trying to hear this song. I only want to hear
Beyonce.
It's a chop. And she really set us up at that concert. She really did. She said, I want to hear you try to attempt this song. And it has the nerve to look at us crazy when they sounded bad. Girl, you the one screaming 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 octaves, bitch. Damn. Did anybody tell you to do that? Also, the lyrics are kind of sad. Why did it take him so long to put Your Love on Top?
Finally,
you put My Love on top. Like,
that's so
I don't know. I just don't like it. And it plays in my job sometimes, and I'm like, and also, it's just one of those things. It's like Beyonce has so many other songs. Like, white people really have not moved past 2011 with her until now, until Cowboy Quarter.
Until Cowboy Carter, yeah.
But like quarter. But like when I was in college, I would ask some of my white friends, like, "What's your favorite Beyonce song?" And if they said, some of them would genuinely be like, "If I Were a Boy," and I was like, "What?" And I would be like, "Are you what? All of them?" And they would be like, "Yeah." And I'd be like, "But have you heard the other ones?" They'd be like, "Yeah." And I'd be like, "Wait, what?" Like, I Am Sasha Fierce went triple diamond in white people's houses. Like, they have not moved on. And what's sad is they actually didn't even get to the Sasha Fierce ones. Like, why aren't you saying Diva if you want to get on Sasha Fierce? Why aren't you saying Sweet Dreams? Why aren't you saying Eco? Why aren't you saying, like, Video Phone? Like, what are we doing? Why did you stop? If I Were a Boy, one of the most digestible Beyonce songs. Like, I don't know. I think white people got mad when Beyonce wasn't like digestible and like kind of like simple. But yeah, no. If I Were a Boy, no shade to that song. Like, sure, as a song, it's fine. But like,
I don't have to hear If I Were a Boy again.
Oh, me either. But it's like, I can understand why somebody would like that song, sure. But it's like, of all the Beyonce songs on that same album.
Yeah, that's a crazy choice. That's Why You're Beautiful is, to me, the most underrated Beyonce song.
Of all time?
The most, you heard me, the most underrated Beyonce song. The last song on the first one.
I don't even know what I would say now.
That song is gorgeous.
Period. I would probably say something on The Gift, but I don't even know. But yeah, I think we kind of exhausted a lot of options, but number 1 is Poison by Bell Biv DeVoe. I'm
Yeah, that's the answer. That's the final answer.
Please, God, never play that song in our presence.
Let's recap our songs.
Okay.
So my first song was Optimistic by Sounds of Blackness.
Period. My first song was Black Parade by Beyonce Knowles Carter.
Beyonce. My second song was Ain't No Stopping Us Now by McFadden and Whitehead.
The next song was Honey, So Def Mix, Mariah Carey.
Period. My last song was Shining Star by Earth, Wind, and Fire.
And the last song was All Right by Kendrick Lamar. Okay. Period.
Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. As always, we love y'all. Send us any questions that you have to 6songs4@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram at 6songs4.
My Instagram is kiarasmith.com, DOTCOM, not the actual period. And you can subscribe to Kiara's Court, kiarascourt.substack.com. Also in the bio of my Instagram. But yeah, stay black. And do you have anything else to say?
We don't want to hear you say nigga no
Nigga no
more.
more.
We don't want to hear you say nigga no more. Stop.
Free Palestine. Bye.
Song 4. Song 4. Song 4.